Let me freak you. All of you. I'm going to take my braids out, y'all. You. Oh, yeah. Got my earbuds in. I can't let y'all listen to the music because YouTube gonna kick me to the curb. So, y'all gonna be hearing this voice while I'm taking these twists out, y'all. I got a title on what is it called? Rotate or whatever. These twists got to go. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop. I don't know why I started in the middle. I could have started in the front because ain't like I'm going nowhere. Let me lick you up and down. Up and down. Up and down. These things definitely been in for a while. Well, it was really 9 weeks. Well, tomorrow would have been 9 weeks, but I couldn't take it no more. I need to fill my scalp and I need to comb through my hair. I love feeling a comb on my scalp here and there, but when you're trying to grow your hair out, you got to do these protective styles. On the dot, I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. I got a real pretty little. Twists be easy to take out though. You can just untwist them. They're not like braids where you gotta pull every single stitch. There ain't no one there to interrupt, ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and I've been waiting for this for so long, baby. Now here we are. Do call out my name. I wasn't a fan of this song. I don't even know why I'm letting it play. Nice and quiet. That's how it be on the song that you don't really like. You be knowing all the words. Plus they ran this song in the hole. Now tell me, do you wanna get freaky? I'll freak you ain't no one that's ever made you feel, yeah. Oh, this is my song. Ooh, this was my song back in the day. Ooh. Come inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home. Now let's pour a glass of wine, 'cause now we're all alone. I've been waiting all night, so just let me hold you close to me. 'Cause I've been dying for you, girl, to make love to me. Girl, you make me feel real good. We can do it till we both wake up. All night, you make me feel good. Let me take off all your clothes. Disconnect the phone so nobody knows. Yeah. Making love until we drown. Dig. Ooh. Do. You see it? Trying to make something happen up here. Hey, what you doing today? It's nothing better than chilling. It is nothing better than chilling. So you enjoy that, okay? You had to work today? Make sweet loving all night long. So what did your chill consist of? You about to burn something? You about to drink something? You about to eat something? Oh, I wanna touch you in all the right places, baby. I wanna make love. Oh, you really about to chill. That's what I'm talking about. I had quit smoking, but I'm definitely getting me a little Christmas tree for the holidays. I didn't have a reason why I quit. I just randomly stopped. I just do that from time to time. I got a ways to go with these braids because I just started taking them out, so I won't be chilling no time soon. Yeah, I gotta quit smoking myself. Why you want to quit smoking, for health reasons, or you just want to take a break? Yeah, I'll be fine taking this out. It don't be bothering me. Yeah, sometimes you be needing to just take a little break. And then when you come back from the break and you smoke, oh my God. That first one be like, woo! Do you feel like your energy be up or it be down? Because for me, when I quit smoking, it don't really be a difference for me, for my energy. I just want to be lazy either way. Yeah, that first puff be like, That first puff be like, woo. It go up. It's like that for some people. But for me, I don't know. I think I'm just a lazy girl in general. So it don't even be that I be lacking energy. Like, I do all the stuff that I gotta do, but I don't know why these beats always fall out my ears. When you smoke, you get lazy. Yeah, it do make you a little drowsy. But for me, sometimes, like, I be so used to it that I be like, all right, I'm going to smoke, and then I'm going to do whatever it is that I got to do. Like, it don't really mess with me too much. Girl, I'm hooked on you. Nothing else I'd rather do. All of my money. Yeah. You know what? My weight don't change either when I quit. Like, my weight didn't go up. Yeah, but that's a typical thing, though. Because they say you eat more, but I don't know. I feel like I'm sometimes like a one mealer. Like, I'll eat one meal a day, really. So, I don't know. I feel like I eat a lot of food when I go to eat. But when I do stop smoking, at first I be feeling like I can't eat. I be struggling to eat something. Because I used to smoke, then eat, then I started eating, then smoking. Because, you know, sometimes after you get done smoking, you don't be feeling like chewing. Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't really do dairy either. Like, I don't drink milk or none of that, but I do eat cheese. So I'm not fully off the dairy, but I used to literally drink milk, eat yogurt, all of that. Like, I used to do all of that. When I don't mess with that stuff no more. It be tearing your stomach up after a while. And every meat be going there like, I can't do it. Once in a while, like, you know, I'm from Philly, so I got to have me a cheesesteak here and there, but that red meat get tough when you sit them after a while. Well, I'm not a big soda, like, I stopped drinking soda at one point. But now I'll have like a ginger ale like once in a while. But that I do prefer water. I love water. Like ice cold water. Like, you know how when the water get real cold when you take it out the freezer and then you get it and then it starts turning slushy? Like, that's my fave. I got an ice eating habit. Yeah, it's just real hard on your system. Like I feel like it be taking a long time to. It takes a long time to digest. Yes, I love eating ice. I hear you calling. Here I come, baby, to save you. Always, always eat ice. You know what? I've always loved ice since I was a kid. To see it in my way. I always, always, always ate ice. Some people be like, you anemic or whatever, but I be like, not really, because it was just always a thing for me. It was always a thing for me. I love ice. Like, I'll go to a restaurant and just get a cup of ice. Like, especially from places I like Chick-fil-A, got really, really good ice. And I'll be tearing it up. Tell me. For real. That is funny. It's a lot of people like that though. It's a lot of people like that. It's a lot of people that eat paper. You would be surprised. Oh, I believe you. You probably used to be sitting there like, it's an acquired taste, I heard. When I was younger, I used to like licking envelopes, but I never took it as far as to like give it a taste, like chew it. I used to love licking envelopes though. That is funny. He said, oh, it's time to chow down. And was it plain paper or was it paper that somebody wrote on? Oh, okay, because some people like it with the like with the lead on it, with the pencil on it. I went to school with somebody that used to eat pencil shavings, but I don't know if they was doing it for shock value or if he was just doing it because he really liked it. I don't know. That's funny though. You ever watch that show where them people be having them little strange addictions like that? Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was a show. It used to be a show that came on TV, and it would show people like doing stuff like eating paper or like eating gum, like swallowing gum, stuff like that. Everybody got their thing. Not Fear Factor. Fear Factor used to be so scary to me because I used to be like, oh my God. When they would like dump them bugs and them centipedes on people and be having them, they used to have to lay inside that little thing with them bugs and all that. And definitely y'all eating cow balls and all that. I can't. Just goes to show you people do anything for money. Yes. That's crazy. You pull some pig balls out, I'm calling the cops. Talking about you want me to eat them? Like what? Too far. That's why I be like, you know, back in the day, well, people still do that now, but you know how people be asking them questions like, would you eat this? Would you eat that? No, I didn't watch it yet. I gotta watch it. People keep telling me like, oh my god, you gotta check that show out. It's already on season 2, ain't it? I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna start it today. It's good. I'm gonna start it today. Cause you probably like the 4th person that said something to me about this show, like recently. But I've been watching so much stuff. What season is it on? Is it on season 2 or 3? How many of them did I miss? Is it currently coming on TV right now or is streaming? Alright, I'm gonna watch it. That means I ain't that far behind them. Now, who all is in that show? Ain't that, what's her name? Issa Rae? Ain't that Issa Rae show? I'm gonna check it out. Cause I like Issa Rae. What was I just recently watching? Well, of course I'm watching Kanan. What am I watching right now? I haven't really been watching shows because you know it's been Christmas time, so I've been watching more of like the specials. Like the last thing I saw was the Grammys 50-year hip hop celebration. Did you watch that the other day? Cause that was really good. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna start it today. Actually, after I take my hair out. I'm gonna start this show. My phone just did something so crazy, and that's why I don't like Siri being on because she be hearing all the wrong stuff because I ain't even say nothing about that thing just switched over to some rock and roll. No, I went to sleep. I was talking about the 50 Cent show. Which one? Power? I mean, not, what is it, Kanan? Because I have been watching that. Kanan is getting crazy. At first, I wasn't into it because I really ain't like the boy that they had playing him. But it's starting to get, that thing's starting to heat up. You like it? What have I been watching though? I tried to, you know what I tried to watch last night and I fell asleep on it. Which one? Kanan? Yeah, Kanan started getting real good. Like, at first I wasn't open to it, but who was I watching? I was just watching, last night I was watching a little Chris Rock and Kevin Hart thing. Watch Black Cake. What's that? What's that? What's that about? And what is it on? I was watching, I fell asleep on the Kevin Hart thing and Chris Rock thing. Not that it was boring, but it was really just kind of like a documentary, but, you know, and showing Chris Rock and Kevin Hart career, like early in their career and how they got to be who they are today. All right, I'm gonna watch both of them. I'm gonna watch both of them. I'm sitting here trying to think what series I've been watching because him and Kevin Hart, what's the guy named Chris Rock and Kevin Hart had went on tour. They had did like a little tour in New York, earlier this year, which was wild because I didn't know Chris Rock and Kevin Hart was like that. But you know, considering the fact that you from Philly and Will Smith from Philly, and Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and then you go on tour with him, it's kind of like, yeah. You know, Philly people is real big on loyalty. Like, even if you don't bang with the person, like, you took it too far. I thought that was kind of weird, but I didn't hear anything about it. But yeah, you can watch it. You should watch it. It was alright. It was showing Chris Rock early in his career. That boy was looking crazy. He had his little jerry curl and stuff. But they had like D.L. Hughley was on there, Cedric the Entertainer was on there. They was talking about, I don't know. I didn't know they went on tour. Like, I didn't know nothing about that. That one went over my head. I had no clue they went on tour together. Oh, he did. I didn't even know, I didn't know about the show or about the tour until I was watching Patty Jackson, and she was talking about the thing had came out on Netflix, because I didn't even see no promo about it coming on Netflix. They definitely did that. I was just about to say that. They did that on the low, because it was at, like, what was it, Madison Square Garden or something like that? Yep, them two did a little tour together. And I also heard that Kevin Hart is currently doing something right now, but he had Tiffany Haddish on there, but he pulled the plug on her behind because I guess she need to get her sobriety together. But you know how Hollywood is. Kevin Hart might be trying to distance himself from her. Yeah, he said it. He did. See, I ain't even see that. I ain't hear that. But I just thought it was kind of odd. And especially because, you know, Chris Rock didn't come up with that material on his own. Like Will Smith and all of them, y'all know that those hosts, they have writers. They don't come up with any of that stuff. It's not like it was a comedy show that he did on his own, where he was having, you know, he was doing the show and he was sitting in the audience. It was an actual, what is that thing called? It was an actual award show. So I think Will was just at his wit's end with, you know, people trying to play him and whatnot, and he just jumped in his bag real quick. But Will Smith closed out the show with him, and Jay-Z Jeff closed out the show on the 50 years of hip hop thing. It was really good. Cause I think that was like his first actual, like, real appearance since the slap. And they cut Puff Mommy behind right on out of that 50 years of hip hop. They skipped right over his behind. Which, it was a lot of people that I thought I would see on there, but it still was a good show. It wasn't like lacking or anything, but it's just that, like, certain rap movements had a big run, and they were really big and instrumental in hip hop, so you just would have thought there would have been some form of representation. But the only thing they did was they played a little snippet of one of Biggie's songs when they were, you know, remembering all the fallen soldiers. Yup. They skipped right over his behind. He's done. He done. And I think it's some new allegations that they done came out with, like that dropped yesterday or something like that. He done. Now, I don't know what's going to end up happening with him and that girl that he's dating, but if she know what's good for her, she better, yup. He better, I don't know, she better distance herself from him before they start, you know, pulling the plug on her behind too. Because people don't play that no more. Yeah. Diddy, he done. I don't think he's going to be able to recover from this. And I wouldn't be surprised if they end up finding a way to bring him up on criminal charges. It was a guy? I can't. Because you know they say, they do say he's a booty bandit, but I ain't know if somebody was going to come, one of the guys was going to come forward. Because you know sometimes they either be embarrassed or they just don't, they just take their money and get love. Yeah, he done. It's over for that boy. He had a good run though. He had a nice run. And I don't know what's been going on with I keep seeing Cameron flying off the handle. I didn't watch any of the videos, but I don't know if somebody accused him of something or somebody said something and was the same about him or saying that he did something. I don't know, but I keep seeing his name come up. No, because the thing be, when they stand in line and when they generating money for people, they cool with you, they love you. But the moment that you either upset somebody or you say the wrong thing or you run your mouth a little bit too much, you know they pull the rug right from up under your feet. Oh my God, I can't wait to scratch my whole head. Ooh. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, sometimes, every now and again, you know they gotta make an example and say, any one of you niggas get out of line, y'all gonna end up just like Puff Daddy. You know they make an example out of people every once in a while. And R. Kelly wasn't enough. Yup. and everybody done pulled the plug on him. Like I saw an article saying that it was on like Apple News how even more people, like companies he been dealing with. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get Diddy like that too. Because they like to play. Yep. Everybody from like, and I was saying that, I'm like, it's about that time for the people from like, I don't know how old you are, but like from my generation, I'm like, oh, it's about that time for them to start dragging them down. Because a lot of these Hollywood people, they don't make it out unscathed. Either you gonna die and get labeled as a crackhead, which I don't know why they be coming down so hard on crackheads. Like, everybody got their vice. Like, for me, I just don't, like, let people do what they do. Everybody gonna have a different journey. Like, that's just like, any type of addiction could bring you down. Like, an addiction to women. Like, oh, okay. You're not that much younger than me. I got you by 6 years. But, you know, any type of addiction could bring you down. What, a crackhead? I be liking crackheads. I don't have no problem with the crackheads. All the crackheads, they be bringing stuff to the table. I ain't got a problem with them. I don't like how people try to like turn their nose up at them as if everybody don't have, something that they do. But that's what they do to the black. I'm not even gonna say black because we pay attention to the black people, but they be doing the same thing to the white people too. Like the boy Macaulay Culkin, which he done got a little bit clean now. He done cleaned himself up. But he was looking real rough at one point, and I think he was a child star that turned out to be, on drugs because whatever he was going through, he couldn't handle it. But and like Amanda Bynes, I don't know if she's a crackhead, but she ain't looking too hot. She haven't been for quite some time, but we don't pay those people no attention really like that because we black. So, but a lot of they be getting on white people too. But yeah, I feel like people be coming down a little too hard on the crackheads when they be holding the community down. Like, I don't know. Like, crackheads be cleaning up the streets while we sleep. Yeah, and crackheads be living. They be seeing all types of stuff. They be knowing stuff. And they be knowing how to do stuff. Crackheads they be knowing how to sing. They be doing all types of stuff. They be knowing how to do, they be contracting. They be knowing how to do all kinds of stuff. Because people that do drugs, they be from all walks of life. Whoa, it's a lot of everything in Kensington. Kensington has a lot of, dope fiends. It's probably more dope fiends. But I feel like Philadelphia is just laced with crackheads, period. And just undercover ones, too. Like, people that you wouldn't even suspect that they're a crackhead. I feel like that's just prominent in Philly. That people, or coke, like, people won't tell you that. They all the same to me. But, oh yeah, they definitely will. Because they be smart. A lot of them, when you talk to them, they lived a lot of life. They be knowing a lot of stuff. They be knowing a lot of people. And it just don't be... They humans too. And they deserve, a little more respect than what they get. Because some people take they take drugs and it gets the best of them. But they deserve, love and respect and all of that too. But I feel like sometimes people just look at them like you was on crack or and it's just everybody has their thing that they do. Like whatever your thing is, it may not have you like that. Like I was just, yes. And I'm the same way. Yup. Yes, indeed. And one thing a crackhead ain't gonna do, they ain't gonna tell you no lie either. Because they don't be having nothing to lose. They tell you something, make you blow your mind. They be knowing where everything at, where everybody at. Right. Now that's on a different level. That is for sure. That's on a different level. But I'm a big advocate for the crackheads. Leave crackheads alone because I had some people that was crackheads in my life and I loved them to death. Like, and I would never be like, oh, like just turn my nose up at people. I don't turn my nose up at people, period, because you just never know where you're going to end up at, where your kids going to end up at, where your parents going to end up at. You just gotta watch them. Like, sometimes, like, if they that kind, because it's plenty of functioning ones out here. There's plenty of crackheads that do their thing and you wouldn't even know it. Like, a lot of a lot of the men that work for the water department in Philadelphia, you wonder how they working 23 hours a day. They doing a little toot toot. Them people that be doing them jobs that require a lot of energy, like them girls that be in the hospital, them nurses and all of that, they be doing them, they be cokeheads. Seen it with my own two eyes. Them girls that be working in them diners overnight and all of that, they be in there getting high. Yes. And you just never know. You never know where life is going to take you. And who life is going to put in front of you. Like, somebody you really, really, really love could turn out to be catch a hard break and catch a hard time with drugs. You just going to turn your back on them. You know, and that's why, like, a lot of times, like, when I go to feed people or when I go to give people stuff, I go right down to where all the drug people is at. And I feed the people that's on drugs. Because not necessarily, like, some of them, they be out there, but they be having people too. They'll have family, but they family done abandon them because of, due to embarrassment. When, you know, I don't think people take into consideration, maybe your love can help them out of the situation that they're in, you know, or help get them off the street. And then sometimes you just gotta let that drug phase for people run its course. Because sometimes people be out there and they get tired of it and they clean themselves up and then you never know that that's what they was doing. So sometimes you gotta, you know, you gotta love people through their situation. Because, I mean, I would just want somebody to do that for me. But it's rough out here. It's a tough crowd, honey, because the moment that you're not doing what everybody else is doing and what everybody else expects you to do, people be grinding you up, or they kick you to the curb, or they simply just, you know, they'll avoid you or just act like they don't know you because you made a mistake, or, you know, because you're going through something, and that's not cool. I just be like, look, God bless everybody, because everybody deserves a second chance. Unless, you know, you doing something that's being, you know, that's harmful to other people. Like, if you're harming other people in the process, like, yeah, it is. But I feel like it's all about, the look. I feel like nowadays it's more about the look. Like, everybody wants to give off a certain look instead of giving off love. Like, even if you gotta love somebody from a distance, like, you could still send love to somebody and not, you know, badmouth them or whatever. Like, you could see somebody or you know somebody and people will just be like, you know, tearing them apart. And it's like, dang, why are you talking about them like that? They already at their lowest point. If you already at your lowest, like, and people will still, they don't still continue to kick you while you're down. Yes, and sometimes you emotionally might not be able to deal with that person, but you can still bless them from afar. Like, and people don't believe that we're all under one umbrella, but we actually are. Like, when you're receiving hate from somebody, you could feel that just as well as you could feel love from somebody. And it could come as just a simple thought of somebody or having a loving memory of that person. Like, you don't know what your positive thoughts, how that's going to, you know, transmute. I believe that's possible. Because that's just like, you ever be thinking about somebody somebody ever cross your mind for a split second and then they call you? Like, or you be like, oh my God, I gotta call this person. And then they call you before you call them? Yes, me too. But I had to kind of like, I had to train myself to kind of like dial that back, because that'll happen to me even with strangers. Like, and that's how I knew that I wasn't cut out to be in the medical field, because the medical field is crazy. And if you get to see all of those experiences that people be having, like people getting shot, people finding out they sick, or people finding out they don't have too much longer to live and stuff like that, it's just too much. And you already be, thinking about your family, like wanting your family and stuff to be okay. But then when you add all of these additional strangers, but that's why a lot of people that work in hospitals and stuff like that, they're extremely cold people, because they have to be. Because if you get attached to those people, you'll be in there crying every 3 minutes. Yup. Or you'll think about somebody, or you'll say something about somebody, and then you just see them. You'll see them at the mall, or you'll see them at some random place, and you'll be like, oh my God, like this is so crazy. But it's a reason why that person gets put on your brain. Yeah, and that stuff is just too much. Yeah, and some of them, it's for people, like, you have to lack emotion in order to work in a hospital. You can't really, like, I thought I wanted to, at a point, I thought that was something that I could do, until I actually got out there in that field, and I was like, oh no, I can't do this. This ain't really my thing. Because I'm an upbeat, fun person, and I like to have fun, and I like to laugh, and all of that all the time, but when people is finding out they sick, or people in an emergency situation, like, it's no fun in that at all. But you gotta try different stuff to like really learn yourself. But when I went in the medical field, and I actually wasn't even in it that long, but in the medical field, I just saw how the medical field is just like the streets. The medical field is just like the street. It's dangerous. And they'll bump you off in there too. If you find out the wrong thing, or you see the wrong thing, or you say the wrong thing, or you be in the wrong person business, you will look up and be on a t-shirt. And people be thinking it's a joke. And people love to say, oh, well, why would this person do this? Why not? Y'all gotta stop putting so many things past people. You gotta stop putting so many things past people, because people, when this comes down to them versus you don't never know what people would do. Even a regular person. Even your family. That's why, like, stuff like say for instance, like life insurance, like letting people get a life insurance policy on you. You ain't getting no life insurance policy on me, because guess what? We not even going that route. We're not even going that route. Because guess what? When stuff start getting sticky for you, and you can't pay your mortgage, or things start going left, next thing you know, I'm on the chopping block, and you trying to get me set up to get killed. Or you trying to get somebody. You seen what happened with that sweetie pie situation with her that lady grandson getting killed, and her son was behind it. Nope, y'all wanna get me. When I go, you'll find out what you get when that time comes. But all that, I want you to have a policy on me. I want us to go and get it. Nope. Because people will hurt you. Yup, they do. But black people do that too. But it's just not as, it's not as, No, black people do that too. I've seen it with my own two eyes. They do it too. But they just a little bit more subtle with theirs. I feel like black people are more subtle. Don't believe that they don't do that. Because yes, they do. Black people is way more subtle. And also, you got people that's into, you got people that's into like witchcraft and all of that stuff. And they be doing these little rituals and all types of little black magic and whatnot. And you look up and be out of here. And that's just like these boys. A lot of these street boys would be ending up happening to them. You can't say nothing about it because you tell somebody, you give somebody the information, you never know what they will do with it. And that's the other thing too. Black people is way more secretive with their information because black people is way more smarter than that. Like, I tell this person their name, they my beneficiary, they been to try to kill me. You can't. You'll find out you the beneficiary when something go wrong. Black people ain't telling you. And I think that's where white people go wrong at. Oh, little Billy, I want to make sure that you're taken care of. That's it for little Billy. He gonna have you lying right up. You about to start putting that arsenic in your rice and gravy tonight. And the other thing be too, they already don't be liking you. Let me find out you got an insurance policy. You got an insurance policy for me? And you almost at the finish line anyway? Oh, nah, you getting out of here. I'm lining you up. But people don't be wanting to talk about that. And black people just way more quiet. Like, black people ain't going to tell you that they done went to the witch doctor in their neighborhood. Because you know it's these ghetto witches out here that you look up, all these boys that be getting killed in the street, and people be like, oh, they was a good dude, oh, they wasn't doing nothing to nobody, and blah, blah, blah. Somebody sent those vibes your way. Because that's how it works. And a lot of these boys that be in the streets and whatnot, the reason why I think they get shot and they'll get something real minute, like they'll get shot in the arm, next thing you know they gone. But what be happening to them, I feel like, is a lot of them don't even be knowing. You know, they put organ donor on their license. They be having organ donor on their ID. And you know that's the worst thing you can do, because you get up in that hospital and you an organ donor, they see that and they see you kind of healthy, like the rest of your body is in shape, but you just got shot or whatever, they'll give you the antidote. You look up, be on a t-shirt. So I tell people that all the time. Don't you put no organ donor on your license. You seen what happened? No, what happened? You know what I seen a documentary with an Indian family and a Chinese family saying. Yeah, it's real prominent all over the world. That's like a thing. No, what happened? No. I know that the boy he had got hired for I think Netflix or something. That was the last thing I heard about somebody going missing, and I never heard no updates from that story. The boy, he got hired for Netflix to do some type of engineering job or something like that. And he got in the Uber, and then that was it for him. And his family was on TV crying and whatnot. And that was the last thing I heard. What happened to him? They found his organs missing. No, when was this? And see, when you see stuff like that, that gotta be somebody that know what they doing, because those organs is going to the black market and they selling them to people. They giving them to people that need them right away. And it has to be a doctor somehow involved in that. So, because that's not no regular, ain't no Joe Blow from up the block. cutting out nobody's organs, because what you gonna do with them? Hey, I got this heart for sale. I got these kidneys. No, you can't just do that. And that's a rabbit hole that you fall down that rabbit hole. That'll blow you away. Because that's a whole nother layer for the doctors, you know, that people don't be wanting to talk about. Like people that's in that field. And you know, some people specifically seek out certain fields of work. Like I was just telling my son this the other day. Some people specifically seek out certain fields of work, and they'll get all the education and all the training that they need in order to do some nonsense or to feed their little freaky little ideas on what they have in their mind and all of that. Like say for instance, a man that likes young boys, but he wants it to go undetected, and then he ends up being a football coach, or he ends up being a principal, or he ends up somewhere where his little idea, his little nonsense that he want to do with kids can go undetected. Because that's how far people is willing to go in order to do stuff like that. Like, you know, undertakers and stuff like that, they'll do those, they'll get those, you know, some of them is into the necrophilia. And they'll go and get those jobs specifically so they can go and do all that little freaky stuff that they like to do and get away with it. Oh yeah, but the thing is, the police will never tell you, because you know they a secret society too. And they end up, everybody gets paid. Like in those little situations like that, they pay everybody involved. So you're never, because the person who that stuff is going to, you'll never believe who it is. And they got enough money to pay off everybody. So the cops is getting paid. The doctors is getting paid. Whoever is going to be instrumental in doing that stuff. And you know, people be having whole hospitals set up in their homes, so that all of this stuff can go undetected, and you would never know. You don't end up finding out until somebody get mad and they just blow the whistle, or somebody be tangled up in it. Yeah, you don't find out until somebody get mad and blow the whistle. Because a lot of that's just like, it was this thing going on with that Harvard. Do you remember that Harvard thing? Where they had something, and I think this was this year. If it wasn't this year, it was last year. But it was something real tricky that they had going on with the organs. But then, you know, there was something going on with the celebrities too. So they kind of like swept that under the rug real quick. And we all missed it because they had us focusing on something else. But that's how they get you. That's definitely how they get you. It's this movie that I need to watch. It's an old movie that I was watching this interview. Well, I had re-listened to the interview with Lil' Kim's ex-boyfriend, the guy World, and he was talking about this movie called Wag the Dog, which was about a president that he was running for president or something, or he was trying to get reelected or something like that, and they tried to. He was about to get caught up in a cheating scandal. And when he got caught up in this scandal, they had ended up like starting a war. They had to start this whole entire war to keep people off of the fact that he was cheating on his wife. And I'm like, wow, that's too deep of a plot, and that's too big of a story for it to, number one, be fake. And number two, they got to be doing this. They have to be doing this. Like, it's no way that somebody will come up with this as a fictitious thing. Like, it's too deep. Yeah. But when you go to searching to try to really find out and figure out what's going on, like for me, when I stumble across certain information, I'll be like, oh, let me cut this off, or let me not watch this, because I'll be like, sometimes, like, I'm a nosy person, so I do be wanting to know what's going on, but sometimes when it get too deep, I'll be like, oh, book closed. I ain't got time. Because then it's like certain stuff, after you know it, it ain't no turning back. But yeah, a lot of stuff they be doing, they be distracting us. Like, you never know. They could be using all this Puff Daddy stuff and all of that to distract us from something else that's really going on. How will we know? And they be wanting so much. They be wanting so much from us. You know, they be wanting so much of our energy, and they want us to pay attention to whatever it is that they put in front of us. That's just like, I always wondered, how do they pick and choose which stories go on the news? Like, how come we don't hear about every single thing that's happening in our community? And also, why do they why do our news stations, like, why does certain news cross our local news if it's supposed to be local? Like, why am I hearing about something else? Shouldn't I have to watch the world news or something like that in order to get some of the stuff? Like, how do they pick this stuff? It has to be some form of significance or reason why they're putting this stuff at the forefront for us to see. But that's why I don't even watch it. I don't even watch the news. Yeah, for me, I feel like information just always finds its way to me. But certain things, like the news, I really can't do because it's just too negative, and it's too draining. Like, yeah. And with that, I feel like that got to be way worse than what they shown us, you know? Because again, they pick and choose what they want us to see. And they're not gonna really 100% tell us what's going on. And then when you know certain people that are from different places, they have a different story. Like, you talk to people and they be like, what? Like, I don't know nothing about that. Like, this was years ago. Do you remember when they had this whole thing about the girls in Africa Yup, and see, that's how the internet and all of that kind of backfired on them, because showing people, you know, it started ending up, you know, showing people the real deal. So that's how, you know, we end up getting jammed up. No, they did. They end up getting jammed up with giving us the internet, because now you are able to dig up information for yourself. But you remember that whole Bring Back Our Girls thing that Oprah was involved in, and Michelle Obama and all of them, right? So I'm like, this is horrible. This is so horrible. And I remember I had this girl come to me to get her hair braided, and she was from Africa, right? And she was like, she had just came over here, and she was like, I was just there to visit, and I was, you know, talking to my family and stuff about them, and they was like, what, who went missing? Like, what girls? Like, what you talking about? Like, over in Africa, they had no clue about the story or nothing, like, nothing about it. And my client proceeds to tell me, she was like, I don't think that's real, because nobody in Africa knows, like, she was like, well, you know, not none of the people that I know. But she was like, and I was blown away by that, because I was confused, because I'm like, you know, I was really scared, because that's where I'm from. So, you know, when I went back there, and I think she had went to visit or something like that, and then she was like, and when I was talking to them about that, and they was like, what girls went missing? Like, what you talking about? But allegedly, somebody that I know said that wasn't what was really happening. But it's like, how we know? We over here in America. You know, they can tell us anything. And that's why I just be having a hard time. Like, I be keeping my ear to the street and see what I hear coming from the streets, because I ain't got time to be playing around with y'all, because y'all be lying too much. They lie too much. Then it's like the news be having people so brainwashed, like you could be somewhere on the scene and see something happen, right? And because this has happened to me before. I've been somewhere where something happened, right? And I'm like telling them, like, this is what happened. And they're like, well, on the news, they said such and such and such and such. And it's like, you know, I was there, like literally on the scene. I was right there, saw this thing with my own 2 eyes. Now you gonna tell me what you seen on the news? So you telling me that an eyewitness that's seeing the actual situation is telling you a lie, but the news is correct? Knock yourself out. And that's when I'm like, I knew that the world is literally programmed, and we don't really want to know the truth. Like, we don't want to know the truth in real life. Yeah, I heard that was a hoax. But I don't know. And then, you know, they do all of that, No, but even still, I feel like some people, they'll see certain things for themselves with their own 2 eyes, and they still don't believe it. Like, they'll still look at the news and be like, oh, maybe this is what happened. Like, because the news just have some people brainwashed like that. And that's crazy. But for me, when I talk to people, it ain't my job to make you believe me. If you believe me, you believe me. If you don't, you don't. That's fine too. Either way, it's fine. Yup. Oh, for sure. For sure they got us. For sure they got us. Because it's nothing like, the internet is by the second information. Like, the internet is by the second. So it's always being filled with stuff every second. There's always something to grab your attention every second. And it's always something to make you forget. That's just like back in the day before the internet came out. If it was a story or something happened, like that story ran for a long time. Or even like with music, like a certain song or a certain album, it had time to run its course. Now you hear something come out today, it's old by the end of the day. Because you done went on and transferred over to something else, because something else done caught your attention that quick. Whereas, you know, back in the day when life was slower, we had time to actually think, and we had time to let certain things marinate. But we didn't have resources to do our own research, because a lot of times you had to go to the library, or you had to go, you know, use somebody's computer. Like we had encyclopedias, and like we had computers and stuff back in the day in our house. But you know, if you wasn't fortunate enough to have those things, you had to really do the work in order to find out what was going on. Now, everything is just right there. I know, right? Don't we need a break? We need a break. We really do. And I say that all the time. Like, I say that all the time. I wish I could go back to, like, give me a beeper on top of that. Yes. And you had time to enjoy your music. Now it's like everything is so packed in. Like, you got everybody and their mom dropping something. Today you listening to one artist, tomorrow somebody else coming out. So now it's like, all right, I heard this, now I'm tired of this, now I gotta switch over to this. It's the same with the news. It's hard. It's hard for you to keep up with anything. That's why you ain't got no choice but to just keep up with yourself. And pay attention to what you're doing and focus on yourself, because it's too much. If you be out here in this world and pay attention to everything that's going on in this world, you done. It's too much. My brain be on overload sometimes. I be like, I can't keep up. like say for instance, this past week, right? Nicki Minaj album comes out, right? And I don't typically listen to Nicki Minaj's albums. Like, I'm not really, if I happen to come across a song that I like I'll listen to it, but I usually just let it come to me. But it went from Nicki album dropping to then Cardi did this big live TikTok performance, and then suddenly, Cardi comes out with the fact that she been separated from her husband and all of that, and then it's like, all right, now what's next? It made you totally forget. It made you totally forget the other thing that you might have been paying attention to, or that you might have been listening to, or you wanted to listen to. Like, I wanted to listen to Busta Rhymes' album. I heard his album was good. I wanted to give it a spin, but it was just too many other things happening. And not to mention, you got Christmas, you got all the Christmas celebration shows jumping off. You got Beyonce with her Renaissance film. Like, it's just too much to pay attention to in entertainment. So this stuff be going by quick. Then you got I haven't listened to none of those. I can't do it. Yeah, the time be getting away from me. So I just be missing it. I be missing it sometimes, but I do be trying to listen to people's music, like especially artists that I know, like people that I like Busta. I feel like Busta, Samira. I feel like Busta don't be getting the acknowledgement that he deserved, because Busta was a really good rapper and a really good performer, but stuff just be going by so quick. Stuff be going by so quick. You don't be having time. Now, Samira, did you finish watching Rap Shit? Was from the same hood. Oh, really? Busta used to have it lit. Busta had the house parties lit back in the day. Is he Jamaican? Or is he? I always felt like he might have been some type of Caribbean. Cause I don't know, he just give you that type of energy. Like, or maybe he grew up around Caribbean people. He always gave me that. Cause I feel like the Caribbean people have a different level of energy that regular blacks just don't have. Is he? Them Jamaicans and them, they be knowing how to get the party going. Okay, see, and I feel that from him. Like, I feel like either he was Jamaican or something, or he either grew up around that or would be around that, because that hype energy that he has, that's not regular black American people, because black people do be hype, but I don't know, the people from the islands, they just got a different. Oh, are you? So then you get what I'm saying. Because my man is actually Haitian, and when I go to parties with him, woo, child, you talk about people partying all night long, they don't never go to bed. They don't never go to bed. I'll be like, I got to wait for you in the car. I need to lay down. Like, this is too much. But they be fun though. And they be having so much fun that this time go by so quick. Like, you go to one of their parties, you mess around be partying until 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. You hate it. I know you really hated it then when you was a kid. Because I could imagine, like, in the 90s, like the early 2000s. Yes. Oh, my God. And they food. Oh, my goodness gracious. Don't even get me started with the food. Cause I love Jamaican food, but now that I've gotten into the Haitian food, I don't know which one I like more. I don't know if I think I might like the Haitian food more. But I really like both of them. Yes. And then, oh my God, they drinks. You be like, let me get a little wine cooler. Oh, we ain't got that. They is gonna get you twisted. Hey, you getting carried out. And I love that creamus they be making for the holidays. I like that better than the coquito, because that was my first bout with the eggnog was the coquito. But then when I tried that creamus, I was like, oh no, I need this in my life. So we always get that for the holidays too, and it is so good. Don't it? Ain't it so good? Yes. And I gotta go to that restaurant you was telling me about, Samira. I'm actually going to New York on what day? Monday. Monday I'm going to New York, but I don't know where we gonna end up eating at. Cause it's my girlfriend's birthday. And we going there. But I don't know what we gonna end up having. Where we gonna end up eating at. What, over the eggnog? I love that. It's something about it. Like maybe, I don't know. I feel like the coquito be a little more milky. But that cream must be like kind of like, I don't know if that's rum in there, but I feel like it be creamy. Like it's like that cream of coconut something. Like I don't know. It's just, I don't know. They two different vibes, but I like that one better. Yes, but I feel like with both of them be having liquor, but it's more prominent in the Haitian one. It's rum, like a spice, like some type of spiced rum. Cause I be getting some type of spice from it, but it be like a I don't know. I feel like it just got so much more flavor to it. Like you could taste the eggnog. You could taste the it tastes kind of coconutty. Like it tastes tropical. It tastes like it's almost like a extra creamy pina colada almost with way more liquor. And I love that. Because I love pina coladas. That's one of my favorite, like, pina colada is like my favorite little, like, slushy drink that I like to get, like, if I'm, just want a little drink, but not nothing crazy. That's what I like to get. Oh, I know. And I like to have it in the house so that I could just have me a little cup and enjoy it and go lay myself down because I ain't got time. I don't even know what that's like to be outside and calling myself drinking that. And I don't think I want to know. Because people be thinking that rum is sweet, but that rum sneak up on you. But I love that. It tastes so good. And now, what would you say your favorite Haitian dish is? Like, what's your favorite Haitian food to eat? And what's your favorite Jamaican food? What, get they drink on? Because, oh my God, I love the grill. I tears that up. And I don't know, they got these little things that's like, it's kind of like a, kind of almost like a hush puppy, but they like long, I forget what they call, but they so good. They like fried, and it's like, I don't know, but they so good. And I love they rice and beans or rice and peas, whatever. What, that little thing that I'm talking about that be like rolled up and they fry it, kind of like, that is so good, whatever that is. I feel like Haitian food doesn't get the credit that they don't get the credit that they deserve, because their food is really good. And it be so flavorful, but it don't be like salty. Okay, the grill is the fried pork, right? But it's these other little things that I would be getting, and they taste like, I don't know. It don't taste like a hush puppy, but it reminds you of one. I don't know what it's called. And dumpling rice. I don't know if I ever had dumpling rice before. Now, how was that made? Because I love me some dumplings. I could imagine that's probably so, so good. I'm going to try that. And I don't know, because I feel like a lot of the Haitian restaurants in Philly and the Jamaican restaurants, they all basically be having the same stuff. And I feel like they keep it simple with the stuff that I guess that they feel like is going to sell, like the jerk chickens, and some of them be having like more American dishes too. That I feel like they just think that's going to go with the jerk chicken for the people that's, not Jamaican. Yes. And they have way more. No, I don't think they do. And I've had it so many different ways, but they don't really, I feel like they keep it real surface level. I went to this Caribbean restaurant before, and it was like in, like, this neighborhood, and it was like Caribbean. It was the worst jerk chicken I ever had in my life. I don't know what they are, but they so good. Especially they go great with your drinks. When you be getting your drink on and you had them, they be so good. And I like, what else is it? I like the way they cook their rice. Their rice be so good. I don't know what they do to it. And then plus, like when you go to a lot of their restaurants, when you go to a lot of their restaurants, like you just get a vibe. Like I feel like with American restaurants, all you get when you go to an American restaurant is an attitude and possibly cussed out. Yeah, I feel like you could taste the coconut milk flavor in it. And I like that. No. I like it, whatever it is. It tastes so good. It's like I don't even want the regular kind. Oh, it's coconut milk and the rice and peas. I would have never thought of that. That's so good. And you know, so crazy. So with the green peas, because I think y'all call like the red beans peas too, right? With the green peas, I don't even eat them. I don't even like them. I only eat like split pea soup, but I only eat peas. I only eat peas from the Haitian people. I can't do it otherwise. The peas be scaring me. They don't be tasting right. But I don't know. Whatever they do to them, they be tasting so good. Oh my God, I would have never thought of that. That's so good. But now that you say that, I could see that. I could see that. I feel like I could taste that. Like I could imagine that being in here. Because it just tastes so good. But it was kind of like, what is this flavor that's in here? You never had the green ones. Yeah, well sometimes they mix the I had some from I was in Brooklyn at a place, I think it's called Good Taste. And I opened it up and it had the green peas in there and I was like, I don't want this. But then when I started eating it, it was so good. It was so good that I tore it up. But I ain't a fan. I'm definitely not a fan of the green peas. But yeah, all the Haitian food is it. Somebody gotta put them on the map like harder. Like somebody gotta come through and like at least like a chain restaurant, something. Like because they should have a bigger presence in the food world than what they have. And I like soul food. Like I like soul food is good, but I actually prefer to cook my own soul food because I just ain't got time for all the attitudes and all of that. People rolling their eyes that's gonna come with it when you go to an American restaurant. And plus, they take too long to bring you your food. Like if I come into your restaurant and order, I want my food now. I don't want it tomorrow. Like you could go to an American restaurant and they'll have you waiting on your food like an hour and a half. That's ridiculous. Or you call ahead and you go get your food and it's still not ready. That's crazy. I don't be liking that. Green peas with collard greens and turkey necks. I don't know if I ever had those mixed. And I like collard greens, but I gotta have a taste for greens. Like I gotta really have a taste for them. Cause I don't really be like, yeah. I like greens, don't get me wrong, but I gotta really want them. I bet. They don't the Jamaicans, they don't be playing. They be putting that food together for you. But I feel like Jamaicans are on the map as far as like everybody knows Jamaicans got good food. I feel like somebody needs to come through somebody really need to come through and put Haitian food on the map. And even a goat. The first time I ate goat, do you eat goat? Do you eat goat? Because that was my first time having goat from a Haitian restaurant and it was so good. You used to, you don't eat it no more? Yeah, I think that's what I had. I think I had curry goat. And it's so good. But I don't get that all the time. I usually will get either the grill or some curry chicken or jerk chicken. Oh my God, that's good. And that's how it be. When you think about it, or when you start talking about it, you be wanting it. I love it. And especially if you done, did you get your smoke on already? I know if you done got your smoke on, I know. Oh, all right. But I was about to say, if you done got your smoke on, I know you really want it. But I wonder what come on tonight. Anything good coming on TV tonight? What you gonna get to go with your smoke? What you gonna get to go with your smoke? 50 Cent. Which one? Oh, what you come? Can't it come on at 12 o'clock? I thought that it don't be coming on at 12 like the other one do. You know what else I was watching too though? I was watching, I was trying to watch the little Christmas movies that was on BET. It come on Thursdays. I thought it came on Friday. Is you sure? I think it come on tomorrow. What's today? Today, Thursday and Friday. I think today is Thursday. I think it come on tomorrow. Is you pulling my leg? Let me see. Because Bill, you gotta make me look it up. I think it's tomorrow. Let me see. I'm about to pull up the TV guide. Because I was about to say, I know you lying. Came to come on tonight. Let me see. Everything be so boring. And it's like you be having a million stations. You look up, still don't nothing be on. All right, here go stars. No, and I just found it. It's saying Child Spider-Man gonna be on. You would have had me cut on the TV. Spider-Man would have been on. That would have been hot. That's why I'm like, wait, is today Friday? Because I'm like, I thought it came on Fridays. You try to have me cutting on Spider-Man. But no, that's fine that it don't come on tonight because I'm gonna start the other show. I'm gonna start rap shit tonight. And we gonna talk about that. I'm gonna try to binge watch it all the way through. And we're gonna talk about that show. Because I'm still sitting here trying to think, what the heck was I watching? Well, recently, I haven't really been watching nothing new. I was watching the old shows that been coming on Tubi. Like, I was watching In the House. Remember In the House with LL? That show had me cracking up. And Debbie Allen. And Maya Campbell. You remember that show? That's what I was watching. I was watching that. And it was another old show I was watching. And I was watching Fresh Prince at night. Yeah. They got that on Tubi. You know they got all the old black shows. They just put the Parenthood on there. So that's really what I've been watching. A lot of those old black shows because, you know, when they came out, we was kind of young. So I'm like, let me watch this as an adult. And the House had like 5 seasons. Like 5 or 6 maybe. Which I was surprised to see that too. Because back in the day, it seemed like it was really short. But it really wasn't. Like, I think it's on there. I think it's like 5 seasons. I think it's like, it's at least 5. I like My Wife and Kids. Is My Wife and Kids on there? I used to love that show too. But I haven't seen that in a while. I don't know if they got that on Tubi. I don't know if they got that on Tubi, but I definitely was watching that, and that show was funny. It had Carlton on there. He was on there cracking me up. I forget his name on the show, but he was so funny on that show. And it had the girl, what's the girl name? Oh my goodness, I cannot think of her name. The one, Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. When they was, I guess this was maybe before they claimed she went crazy. But she was on there. And she was Carlton's girlfriend up there spending up all his money. But that was a funny show. If you ever just that bored and you want to watch the old school stuff, I definitely be watching them on Tubi because they be cracking me up. You don't be having to watch the little ghetto movies that they be having on here because Tubi movies just be crazy. Then you look up and then they be like, the movie just cut off and they be like part 2. You be like, what the heck? Which one? Lisa Turtle? Or Maya Campbell? Because I know Maya Campbell was running around. She's been on crack for years. Like, on and off. And the last I seen her, I think she was on, like, Iyanla. She was on the Iyanla show. She was on the Iyanla show. And, she's on drugs. Get it out. Well, Screech dead now, ain't he? I thought, now the last time I seen her, I don't know. They said Screech was terrible. They said Screech ain't know how to act. They said he was real mean and nasty. They said Screech was terrible. But I did not know she was on drugs. But see, them child stars, they be going through a lot. And they be seeing a lot and having some wild experiences from a young age. But I didn't know that. The last time I seen that girl, I could imagine. Last time I seen her, she was on Dr. Oz. And she was on there talking about she had, what did they say she had? They were saying she had schizophrenia or something. Or she was bipolar or something. One of them things they were saying she's on drugs now. I had no clue. Well, at least she's still alive. Because I remember them coming out. I remember her being on some of the red carpets, like, you know, later on in life when she used to be looking real crazy. But I'm like, maybe it's her makeup and stuff, because she used to have this extra white pale looking makeup on. And I did not know that. I'm like, maybe it's her makeup and stuff, because she had some crazy looking makeup and stuff on. So I was just like, maybe it's her. Maybe it's just her appearance. For real? But child, you know how they do. Here today, going tomorrow. Have you seen Lil Wayne lately? I hope he ain't on his way out, because he is not looking too hot. Did you see him? I seen him. He was on, oh my God, what did I just see him on? I saw him on something. And he looking like his filtration system ain't working out. Like, I don't know. Go look him up. He look real bloated and swollen. He ain't looking too hot. He looking like he having like kidney problems or something. No, me either, because that's terrible. And then, you know, somehow he was tangled up in a Young Thug case with the like his bus driver or something was tangled up in that case, because you know they was trying to say that Young Thug sent that hit and when they shot up Lil Wayne tour bus that time, and they was trying to, you know, that's involved in that Young Thug case some kind of way. So I don't know if they gonna try to get rid of his behind, so that don't come up, so Young Thug can get out of jail. But what you think is gonna happen with that? You think Young Thug gonna get out of jail? Who? Who is that? Did they do something to him? Cause oh my God, they really trying to get Young Thug off of this gang stuff. They trying to get him out. Don't tell me they trying to get rid of the witnesses. Cause I just can't even take it. Oh my goodness. I need to I didn't see that. Child, you know, that's another thing too. People get tangled up in people cases and whatnot. You look up, you be getting bumped off. Talking about you testifying against somebody. Oh yeah, you think you testifying? Your folks will be testifying up at the altar at your funeral. That's the only testifying that's gonna be going on. They play too much. Oh, they'll get you. And they say Young Thug be having people playing with the spirits, messing around in that spirit realm. But I don't know. Yeah, do you think he gonna get off? The way how they're talking about it is almost like it's going to end in a mistrial, kind of like. But I think I think it's a strong possibility that he might not get the time that they were saying that he was going to get it. Even with people telling him with or everything that transpired, I don't think that he's going to get that time. And that's crazy because I was about to say, I thought they had beef. But no, you know, all of these guys that be running around hollering about they gang and all of that, you don't never really see what, you never really know somebody until they the plaintiff and you the defendant, or you're all defendants fighting for your lives, and somebody might have did a little bit more than you. That's when you know people. That's when you find out what type of time people be on. But a lot of times, a lot of these guys be out here doing all types of stuff that they ain't built for. Like what's the other boy? The other rapper that he was a little stocky, but now he done slimmed up. He was real slim on the 50 years of hip hop thing. I forget his name. But you could look at him and tell he's a rat. Like he was gonna tell immediately. Gunna. That's his name. Ain't that his name? Gunna or something like that? He looked like a rat. He don't look like he built to do 5 minutes in jail. He looked like he'd get right up there, him and his tight pants get right up there and pointing at you from the stand. He looked like a rat. Like, He don't look like nobody that's gonna be built for nothing. Like, But people be up there talking about, oh, this my folks and all that. Yeah, they your folks all the way up until the cops come. Yep, people be your folks all the way up until. Me too. And he just look like a rat. Like he don't look like. Yeah, a lot of people like his music. And look, I didn't even know some of the songs that I be singing. I didn't even know they was his songs. Because you know how some songs you just hear all the time. Next thing you know, you be singing it. I'm like, oh, this is a song. I didn't know this was him. But yeah, he looked like he ain't cut out. Look, I just want to sing. All this other stuff y'all talking about, I ain't got time. I'm telling. I'm doming you out. I'm letting you know ahead of time. That's what he looked like. That's the type of guy he looked like. Because I feel like some people just had a look. Some people just had a look on him. Like, your chin ain't strong enough to be standing tall and standing for nothing. Like, you look like you'll fold in a heartbeat. Yeah, he had the look on him. Like, when people was like, oh my God, he told. I can't tell. I can't believe he told. Why couldn't y'all believe that he told? He literally, he doesn't look like he's built for anything. He looks like he's built to sign that paperwork and tell what happened and point at you. And thank God for that. Because you got some people out here that they ain't standing for nothing. Okay? And you know, today, like, in my day, when we was coming up, if you was a rat, that was dangerous. Like, you better lay low. If you done told on somebody or something like that, and even like the old heads, they still live by that. Like the old heads, the older generation that's still out in the street, you know, they'll still hurt you. But these young people, they don't have no problem with telling. Like, they don't have no problem with telling. These young people is new. They the new generation. Cause for me, I can't even afford to be around no rat. No, they don't. And it's like, how you gonna be out in the street and doing dirt and doing all types of stuff, then turn around and tell on somebody like that? Do you know how crazy that sounds? That's crazy. And they the most dangerous kind. And then there's some of them, I feel like today, some of them already be, some of these guys already be informants when they come around you. That's the scary part. Some people is already, they done already got involved in something where they got to deal with the law anyway to put them onto certain things so that they able to stay out on the street. So you can't, once you get off that sidewalk, if you telling on somebody, that used to be a slippery slope. Now these young people pointing right at you from the stand, and they'll come home, go back to their old neighborhood and everything, act like ain't nothing going on. But to me, like, you ain't scared somebody gonna hurt you. Like, you ain't scared that you just okay with pointing at somebody from the stand that you actually did something with, and you just like, all right, yeah, I did it, and so what? Yeah, I did it for my freedom. When you was out there running around acting like a nut, just like the person that you told on. Yup. But some people don't be having that level of smarts. Like, for me, if it was ever a time when I was going out into the street to do something wild and crazy when I was young, you know who I used to be with? Me, myself, and I. Because guess what? I ain't gonna tell them myself. Because the moment you going to go do something you ain't got no business, you know you about to do something you ain't got no business. Oh yeah, me too, for sure. But you know when you about to go out and do something that you ain't got no business doing. And for me, I just feel like yeah, no. And that's when you see stuff coming down the tube, that's when you're supposed to be like, let me go sit it on down. Let me go take a break. Let me go find something else to do. Because that's one thing for sure. These people, they will tell on you in a heartbeat. And I feel like with family and friends and stuff, you can also only trust them to a certain degree too. With certain stuff that you might say or do, and certain things that you can't even say around your family and friends because you just don't want nobody to know. Some stuff you just got flat out keep to yourself. If you got away with it, keep it between you and God, because ain't nobody got time. Because now, if I done told you, and because that's just like, if you ever be watching the show on the first 48, right? And it'll be like one of their friends will come into the thing and be like, oh yeah, he had told me that he just couldn't take it no more. He had to tell somebody. And see how you thought you was coming to a friend and telling them your deep dark secrets, and then they done blew the whistle on you. Now you sitting in jail when you probably would have got away with it if you didn't tell. And you would have kept it to yourself. Talk to the Lord. Talk to God about it. Yep. I feel like that's where everybody be messing up at. That's where everybody mess up at. Getting other people involved and telling people, oh, I gotta tell my girl. No, you don't. Because the moment she get mad at you, the moment you don't do what she wants you to do, the moment you don't want to mess with her no more, guess where you going at? Under the bus. You better believe it, Jack. She diming on you. She gonna drop a dime right on you. And she'll do it in front of your face too. Cause you know women, when they be salty, they get real extra spiteful. They be done call the tip line. 3 tips on your ass right in front of your face. That part right there. But then you got some people that they need an audience. They need somebody. They need somebody to be like, oh, this is what, you know, like they want to put on a show like, oh, this is the type of stuff I'm capable of getting into. If you really about that, you ain't got to show nobody what I'm showing you for. But yeah, when these women get mad, they will definitely tell you. They be the first one. Yep. But see, everybody not confident enough to just go off of their own energy and vibe. Like, some people just want to be seen, and that's when you start, that's the beginning of you getting jammed up. That is the very beginning of you ending up tangled up in some nonsense. And what be crazy, I feel like I don't know about in New York, but I say all the time, like, the people in Philly and guys in Philly, guys and girls in Philly, I feel like they're like this. They're hecklers. So, say for instance, you get, somebody gets smart with you, or somebody takes something from you, or somebody, whatever happened. Philly niggas is gonna laugh in your face. You gonna let them get away with that? Or you gonna let them do that? Oh, you sweet, you a bitch. The next thing you know, you trying to prove yourself to that person, to the people that's teasing you or whatever. And then you do something that you might not would have did had nobody said nothing. And then now you sitting behind bars. Because again, those people that's sitting there heckling you and all that, they be the same ones drop a dime on you and tell that you did it. Yep. But see, with these young people nowadays, they ain't got no rules. Like, I feel like all the rules done went out the window, because it was a time when, it was the rules was no women, no children. I don't think that's a rule no more. It was a time when, you stay away from civilians and old people. I don't think that's a rule no more. And it's just like, even if you an old head, like, I advise all the old heads, y'all better have y'all a weapon out here. Because seriously, these young people, especially one, if it's a young boy that's a bitch and he trying to get over on somebody, they gonna pick an old person or a person that they feel like is weak. Because that's just how they are. That's just how these young people are today. They don't have no boundaries no more. Oh yeah, for sure. You ain't like, you might see girls fighting here and there, but even the girls, the bitches is hitting each other up nowadays. Like, these girls got license to carry and they is using them. These girls is hitting each other up left and right now. Like, I have seen so many females die lately, like in the last 5 years, that I just be so surprised. Like, there was a time when stuff like this wasn't going on. Like, but that's what it is. Yup. And they too dangerous for me. And even now, you go where the young people be hanging out at, I don't want no smoke from the young folks. Take me to the cabaret. I mean, I love it here too, because I'm from here, but you gotta know where to go and you gotta know where to be. Like, because even down, like, and they real heavy on the stealing people's cars now. Like, they'll take your car. Like, if you think you're going to leave your car running and run in the gas station real quick, you're going to come back and be having to catch an Uber. Especially if you got one of the cars, like, one of the cars that everybody, them young boys be liking, like them Chargers and all that. You leave that thing running, you done. But what's so crazy? You know what? I heard about that, but you know what's so crazy? And that's what I think too. When people see it other places, Like when people see it like that, and that's what I meant about earlier about cross-referencing with the news. When other people see that and they see people getting away with it, if they already criminals, why not try it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know that that's gonna be their next step. They're gonna try it. Wherever they're from or wherever they live. So that's what be killing me about. That's what be killing me about the news. Cause it's just like, some of these people that's criminals, they may not even, their mind may have not even been in that place, but y'all done put it on their heart. And now they out here doing what they saw on the news because y'all gave them the jig. Y'all told them what to do. But sometimes you be thinking like, it's all a part of the plan. But I don't be liking that. What, out here, they always hitting them. They don't care about no cops. They don't care about no cops here. But my issue with the police be this. So instead of y'all trying to connect with the community and try to get a rapport with the people that you be around, y'all think that y'all could just tell people what to do and people won't listen to y'all. When we in a day and age where people is reckless and people talk a lot, people curse people out a lot, and it's social media. So you got young people out here that's trying to go viral for being bad and doing wild and crazy stuff and being disrespectful to the cops. So y'all gotta take a different approach. I feel like the police be having the wrong approach. So sometimes when you pull up on somebody talking crazy and talking spicy, people don't care that you a cop. They gonna do whatever it is that they feel like they want to do or gotta do to you because you was running that mouth. It's trying to get there. You see it. It's getting there. But yeah, I feel like the police, they need to take a different approach. Like the police in your neighborhood, you don't even be knowing them until literally they pull up to try to tell you what to do. And then in black communities, you know how, child, you be scared to call the cops because guess what? You ever call the cops and they lock you up? I ain't got time for that. They be like, you call the cops on somebody else. They be like, what's your name? Let me see your ID. Next thing you know, you getting booked. I ain't got time. Oh, you scared flaw. Oh, you such and such. Oh, you such and such. Oh, we got a warrant. I don't want no smoke. I'm going to just deal with whatever is going on. So that's how it be in the black community. And when you be around black people, that's why a lot of people don't call them. You don't want to get in trouble. But in the black community, once you call the cops too, if people see the cops coming to your house or whatever, then you get labeled as a cop caller. Then you go through something with somebody on the block. You just never know how that's going to turn out. That's a slippery slope. See? And when they feel like it, they will do whatever they want. And they don't be caring about none of the stuff that they supposed to have when they go to do certain things. When they go to pull up. And when they go to grab you. And they don't be caring. Like I've seen cops do all types of stuff that they ain't had no business doing. And if I told some of the stories I know, people wouldn't even believe me, probably. Them cops is crazy. Like, I seen a cop pull up on a guy that I know, right? And he just straight up went in his pockets. Like, he just straight up went in his pockets and took the money out of his pockets. Like, took the money out of his pocket, looked at it, got in his car, and pulled off. Didn't lock him up, didn't do nothing. But, you know, just... because some of them be criminals too. And the thing. Yeah, when you get booked, you be salty, man. You be having them links on. This is one position when they got you like this. You be like, damn, man, how did I end up here? And that make your life flash before your eyes. When they say, oh, when you about to die and all that, your life flash before your eyes. But I don't know. When them cops put them, when them links get on you, that's a different vibe. You be like, oh man, I gotta clean up my act. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Yes. And I done seen that. I seen that more than once. I seen a cop do that more than once. Yup, pull right up on the block and take niggas' money and keep it moving. Yep. And the other thing too that they don't talk about is the fact that, yup. But then it's like when you take off running, now you making a scene. Now everybody seeing you running. Now they try to make it like, you know, you really did something, when in all actuality the cop doing something to you, but it don't look like that because, you know, people just assume you did something. But the other thing too that people don't talk about at all really is the fact that these police be in motorcycle gangs. Now, how you call yourself you in the goddamn gang and you supposed to be out here fighting crime? How are you in a motorcycle gang and you supposed to be out here fighting crime? That don't even make sense. Like, I forget the name of that gang that's here in Philly. I forget. It's not Skull and Bones, but it's called something like the... Oh, man, I forget what the name of that gang is. I cannot think of it. Yup. And you know what they be. Them people in them biker gangs, they be the murder for hire boys. That's where you find all the contract killers at. Yup, that's exactly why. But I cannot think of the name of that gang that a lot of them is in. But it's like, you know, they are not seen as like, I guess they don't see that as an issue, but that's not normal. Like, how you gonna be a cop and you in a gang? That's crazy. And scary at the same time. And they know, yup. And they be having certain little connections. They be having a lot of connections that you wouldn't believe. And they be flooding the streets. They be flooding the streets with illegal substances. And they be married to people that be working in the hospital. Oh yeah, I be knowing what they be doing. They ain't getting nothing by me. I just stays away from them. But they don't realize too that they approach me bad too. Like, if you pulling me over, if I'm speeding, right, and you pull me over, right, why you coming up to my window, you yelling, what the hell is you mad for? I'm the one getting ready to have to pay a ticket. Why you so mad? Yeah, why was you speeding? Hello, I got somewhere the fuck to be. Should be common sense. Or I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, they don't know what you got going on. But it's just like, why are you so aggressive when literally you only pulled me over for speeding? Why are you mad? Like, I just never understood it. That's the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. Like, they be heated. And it just be like, buddy, you need to pipe down. You're not the one getting the ticket. And they be they always bank on you not knowing nothing, or you not knowing your rights, or you not having no pool, or you not having no pool on you know, with the people in your community. Cause another thing was too, you'd be surprised, like when I used to, my ex-husband was a correctional officer, and that's how I got out of jail one time. I mean, a cop had slammed me on the hood of a car because we was out there fighting, and I had snatched the baton from this cop, right? And I didn't know that it was a cop because I never turned around. I just saw something black go across my face. So when I seen something come across my face, I didn't look back. I just snatched it. Like I grabbed it and I was like yanking it, right? And then on that third yank, I pulled it out and I turned around and I had it up like this. And when I turned around and looked, it was a cop. The cop grabbed me. He slammed me on the hood of the car. They like, oh, you going to jail for assaulting an officer, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh man, my life is over. It's a wrap. But my son's father at the time, he was a correctional officer, and he was out there fighting with me too. But he had his uniform on because I had picked him up from work early that day. And my son's father, he said a couple words to him, and that cop literally took the handcuffs off me, let me out the car, and let me go. I was floored. Like, I couldn't believe it, but I was relieved at the same time because I was like, oh my God, because I was on probation at the time, and if they would have locked me up for that, child, I probably would have just been coming home. But, yeah, so when certain stuff that they see each other do, they is cut out to stick together. Yeah. And that's what I be saying, like, I done seen some stuff messing around with the police force. But they are designed to stick together, whether you did something bad and you did something wrong or not. They don't care. And they gonna protect you and your folks or whoever you tell them to. Because when they was locking, when I was in the back of that car, I was like, oh man. Like, my kids was out there and everything. Well, my son was a newborn. But my daughter was like 3. But I was out there getting booked, and then they had let me out. I'm like, ew, I just snatched this nigga baton. And he was big too. He was probably like, he had to be like 6'3", 6'4", and he was a big, stocky, white dude. But when they had let me out, I was like, oh, y'all got to be kidding me. But, yeah, my son's father, he would be speeding on 95. They pulled him over, and he had his uniform on, or he had his hat on, or whatever. Or he had his hat, like, in the back window of his car. Let him go. Immediately. They just say, all right, buddy, be careful. Let him go. Because that's what they do. So them alone is just, they're a game. Like, the police force itself is a game. And anything that has to do with the law, they're a game. Period. So then when you add that in with them being in a motorcycle game, it's a mess. Yeah. Yep. Oh no, but this was in Philly. I was on Erie Avenue. I was in the hood. I was in the hood when this happened. I wasn't in no small town. I was in Philly. But all of them is like that. They are really like, it's like a gang affiliation. Like, if you do something wrong, like even when them guys be beating their wives and doing all of that, and when they get in trouble, yep. When they get in trouble, like beating their wife, or something happened with their kids, or did they get a DUI or something like that, that don't go the way you think it's gonna go. They gets rid of that. They gets rid of that. You hear me? Seen it with my own 2 eyes. Yup. Yup, that's the exact block. Yup. Yup. But they allowed to do all types of stuff and terrorize people and get away with it. But civilians can't. You can't. And it's crazy because even when you hear certain things like, oh, like I remember this one story where the guy, it was a cop. He had killed his wife and then he had killed himself. But the way they tried to delicately tell the story, it was just like, about them bombing themselves. Oh, about the movement, the move people. When they had their own little thing going on and they ain't like it and they blew it up out in West Philly. Cause that was the move people that was, you know, they was trying to hold black people down, yup. And they didn't like that. And they had their own little thing going on and they had their own little community and they was, you know, trying to treat each other with kindness and just, you know, they wasn't taking no stuff and they was taking care of their own people. And they don't like that. But it just makes you wonder, like, do y'all want the crime to stop or do y'all want it to continue? Because if you ask me, crime is a business. Crime is just as big of a business as anything else that's going on out here. And if it wasn't no crime, it wouldn't be no need for all of these police. It wouldn't be no need for all of these the lawyers, half the doctors, because all of this stuff runs together. So the lawyers, the judges, the parole officers, it wouldn't be no need for all of them if everybody was doing the right thing, you know? It wouldn't be no need for all of those jobs. All of those jobs would be non-existent if it wasn't no crime. So when you think about it, do they really want this stuff to stop? No, they do not. It just sounds good. You know what? It's a lot of people, it's a lot of creativity that comes out of Philadelphia, and it's a lot of really, really smart people here. It is. And a lot of people in Philadelphia are creators and inventors. I don't know if it's something in the water or what, but it's a lot of critical thinkers too in Philadelphia, because even down to the, like, people that are like drug dealers. Like, when you see how smart a lot of these drug dealers are, it'll blow your mind. Like how quick they are with math. It got to be. It got to be something in the water. Like how quick drug dealers are with math. How drug dealers are super sharp with their intuition and in tune with their intuition. Because that's how you stay up out here. For real, for real. And I feel like Philadelphia is filled with dreamers. That's funny. And look, I stayed away from that tap water, child. I used to have a fish, right? In my salon. And I used to have a fish, right? And my fish had fell on the floor, right? Because I had bumped his little stand and it fell on the floor. So I'm like, oh no, and I ain't had no spring water. So I'm like, let me put him inside this Schuylkill punch real quick. So I can go get a jug of water. Child, by the time I had got done what I was doing, came back with the water, the fish was dead. I said, oh no, y'all ain't never got to worry about me drinking this ever again. What is in this water? My fish ain't survived 1 hour in there. That water is dangerous. You couldn't pay me. I be trying to put, I be cooking and everything with bottled water. That stuff is dangerous. But back in the day, no, he wasn't. And that was so sad because I was doing so good with my fish. It took me about 36 years to learn how to take care of something. Then I poured this Schuylkill punch in here one time and he died. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was at a loss for words. If you go back on my channel too, you can see me on here crying about my fish. Because I couldn't believe he died like that. He wasn't even in there that long. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. But I had him for a minute though, so I was happy with myself that I was able to take care of him for that long. But it wasn't even nothing that I did, because when he fell on the floor, I scooped him up. I'm like, all right, dog, I'm gonna give you some water real quick. Child, that would have killed my fish in 1.2 seconds. So I know we ain't got no business drinking it. Because if a fish, how can a fish supposed to be able to survive in the sea? And you know the sea be having all types of stuff in it. You mean to tell me you mean to tell me you couldn't last an hour in the tap? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I was blown away, and I said I was going to go get another one, but yeah, I had my little fish. I'm like, stay up, dog. I'm going to get you some water in a second. I had no clue he wasn't going to make it, because I had been taking care of him for so long at that point. Child, the tap took him on up out of here. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, Philly people is dreamers, and they be it's a lot of overthinkers here. You know what? I don't like no cats. I'm not a big fan of dogs either, because I just feel like they too ferocious for me. Even the little ones, all of them Saint Bernards. If you ask me, get this Saint Bernard away from me before I kick them. And before I mace them. Because they be looking like they gonna bite you. All of them like they want to bite. And then people be like, oh no, it's fine, he ain't gonna bother you. How you know? Then cats, they just too sneaky. They just be crawling around, and they just be, I don't know. I don't be like them. They too sneaky for me. You do. Plus, when I was a kid, I had heard this story. My mom was really scared of cats when I was young, and she had told me this story about these people around her way that had this cat, and the cat used to call my uncle name or something like that. I was like, oh no. They might be really humans transformed into something or something crazy like that. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, and that's what's kind of scary. They too close to humans, but they can't talk. So if y'all did know how to talk, like if I could really seriously communicate with y'all would be cool. But considering the fact that I don't really know what you thinking or what you saying, and then you know how you see those videos of them cats and stuff. Yeah, and my grandma used to have this cat, right? The cat was named Dummy, and he was real, real big. And he used to have these moments where he would just be staring at something, but then he would like watch it. But nothing was there, like I couldn't see anything there, but he would just stare at something and then he would just watch it go by. And then it was kind of like, then he would just start going crazy, like running back and forth and like jumping towards the wall. You doing too much, you scaring me. But yeah, I was like, when I was a kid and I noticed that, I'm like, he definitely sees something. I don't know what he see, but I ain't trying to see it. You got to get away from me. Get away from me before I spray you. They too scary for me. But yeah, some of them is pretty. Like they pretty to look at, but stay over there. They fine with me from a distance. Like with dogs. Like my daughter just was telling me she wanted to get a dog, a wiener. I'm like, girl, that dog like he a midget. But she like them. I'm like, all right, girl. I'll buy your dog some clothes, but that's about it. That's the only part I can participate in. The rest of that stuff I can't do. You want me to watch them? I can't do it. They be scaring me. You never had one? Good. Plus, I don't know. When I was like younger, when I would go inside people's houses, right? And they had dogs, it just always had that smell. Like, not everybody, but for the most part, when people have a dog, you can smell it. Or you can either smell it on them. And that part I didn't like. That's just like people that used to chain smoke cigarettes. Like when I was a kid and I was like, you knew people that chain smoke cigarettes, like, woo, they used to stink. Smell just like a big cigarette coming in the room. Like, they ain't even had to be smoking. You smell just like cigarettes. You need to clean up your act. But I don't think people smoke in their houses much no more, like they used to. My uncle, I got an uncle that actually breeds dogs. He be breeding those pit bulls or whatever, them things that got them blue eyes or whatever. I think they pit bulls. What? What I say? What I was talking about? Child, I be talking so much. I don't know what I say. What, that people be stinking? They be stinking, smelling like them dogs and cats. A dog, or that dog fur be everywhere. I don't know. But all right, what we watching tonight? Cause tonight we watching rap shit, right? We watching that, and tomorrow we watching Power. We watching Kanan. And what's the other thing? What you say it was called? That other show you said watch? Black Cake. What was it called? Black something. I'm almost done taking my braids out. Thank God. These things had the gut. My thing messing up. Hold up. Is my sound out still? Is it out now? Okay. I don't know why that happened, but I just pressed mute and pressed unmute, and then it came back on. But no, I was saying now, what we watching tonight? I'm starting rap shit. And what was that other show you said? Black Cake. Well, what was it called? Black something. It's another movie that just came out on Netflix, and it's about some type of world coming to an end or something. It was the #1 movie on Netflix. I don't know what the name of it is, but it got that guy. What's his name? Martial Law or something. Mushalu or something. I can't think of his name. What's the guy name? Let me try to see if I can Google this movie. Cause this I'm gonna try to watch too sometime before this weekend is out. It got what's her name? Sandra Bullock, or one of them. Wait a minute, I'm trying to find it. Alright, yeah, Black Cake. I'm gonna watch both of them. I'm gonna watch Black Cake and I'm gonna watch the rap show. Watch, I ain't gonna be able to find this show that I'm talking about, this movie. It's a movie. I'm tired of Netflix keep putting on the same old movies that you done seen a million times. Like, why is y'all putting Boys in the Hood on there? But y'all want to keep upping the ante, but then keep showing us the same stuff we done seen already a million times. Wait a minute, I'm trying to find this movie. I'm gonna have to look at that boy name. What's his name? Martial Law. That's probably not even his name. His name, Mahershala Ali. Oh, this spelling got me on the ropes. I cannot spell the name. Alright, now I look his name up. I should be able to find the last movie he was in, because this is yes, they do be so boring, and they always talking about, oh, next month we going up. Next month it's gonna be an extra $1. I'm sick of them. Oh, next month, yeah, because we trying to bring you some more new stuff that we got coming for y'all. Boys in the Hood, I done seen that a billion gazillion times. I don't want to see that again. Now let me try to spell this name. The movie is called Leave the World Behind. And I said, who I say was in it? Sandra Bullock. It's not Sandra Bullock, it's Julia Roberts. Look, all the white girls be running together for me. They all be the same one. I'm still in passwords. Good. Don't pay them, because they every time you look up, they going up for nothing. But it's called Leave the World Behind. This thing kind of long. So it says, a family vacation on Long Island is interrupted by two strangers bearing news of a blackout. As the threat grows, both families must decide how best to survive the potential crisis, all while grappling with their own place in this collapsing world. So when I had seen the little clip thing on there, I was like, oh, I might watch this. I think I'm going to watch this. But why I call that girl, what I say her name was, is Julia Roberts, not Sandra Bullock. But look, they all the same person to me. But I like that guy, Herschel. I think he's a good actor. So it'll probably be good. Yeah. But I don't know. If you watch it before me, jump on here and be like, hey, don't watch that movie. Stop me. If it sucked. Because that's a long movie. 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's a long time. I don't be knowing what y'all got to say in all that long time frame. But y'all need to squeeze these movies in and make them no more than 1 hour and 30 minutes. I got y'all for 90 minutes. Now, once y'all start going over 90 minutes, I be fed up. Because it's just like, all right, what else can y'all add to the story that y'all couldn't put in here in 1 hour and 30 minutes? Right, that's the same thing I was saying. It's number 1 right now on Netflix. That's what it said. When I went to watch the Chris Rock thing, that was up there. Because actually, that Chris Rock thing was the Chris Rock and Kevin Hart thing that was up there, that was number 4. So, and it was the Mahershala movie was number 1. And then it was 2 other things. I don't know what it was. All American, is that the one with Taye Diggs? Because I think I watched the first season of that and then I fell off. Is that the Taye Diggs one? I didn't even know that was still on. Well, it was okay. The first one, that's the one that's about the boy that was in sports, and he was playing one of them sports, football or something maybe. And the dad, Taye Diggs, turned out to be his dad or something like that. Is that the same show? Or am I mixing that up with 2 different shows? It wasn't that bad. Who got killed on the show? Now, see, wait a minute. How many seasons that got on there? How many seasons is it? See, they be like 6 seasons. Where I been at? See, they be liking to play too much. That show been on that long? Wow, y'all. I might have only seen, maybe I seen 2 seasons. But maybe only season 1. Because I think the last one that I seen of that show was when I think he had got some paperwork or something where he was just finding out that the boy was his. Like, he was real good at the sport or whatever, and then he had just found out, he was finding out that the boy was his son or something like that. Get out. So give me the fast version. What ended up happening? Because how that escalate till he died? Like, what in the world? What, he had cancer or something? Now I got to go back and watch it. I got to go back and watch. Because how he died? It's too long. Yeah, I missed 5 seasons. I'm gonna have to, you gonna make me go back and watch that. So wait, all right, just tell me the one part. How did he die? How did that escalate so quick? It's messing up again. Can you hear me? All right, so how did he die? Just tell me that part. All right, good. I don't know why I keep doing it. They taking it too far. Now I gotta go back. See, you done started all this stuff now. You done gave me 3 projects. You done gave me 3 projects, and now I got to go back. Now I got to go back and watch that show. Cause come on now, how did that happen? This is too much. A bus accident. I ain't see that coming at all. I thought the show was about him. How they gonna kill him off in the show about him? Did they kill him off so he can go do them other corny Tubi movies that he had put out? Remember we was talking about that, and I told you I kept falling asleep. I'm gonna go back and watch that too. But I can't believe that you was telling me this, that he died. I wonder how them doing them Tubi movies, like how do that work for them? Cause I'm starting to see a lot more. I'm starting to see a lot more of the, I wouldn't say bigger name, but bigger name actors doing stuff on there. So I wonder, but it be through like a lot of their own production companies and stuff. So I wonder how that worked. All right, I'm gonna go back and watch that because I don't know if I was bored, but I don't know. I just kept falling asleep and I couldn't figure out why I kept falling asleep. And I'm like, yo, I cannot stay up. I couldn't believe I couldn't stay up. That bread. Who them on Tubi? I had seen what's the guy? I had seen the documentary about Jussie Smollett. That was really good. That was on Tubi. They only getting 5 racks. Stop. Don't say that. I wonder if they're making the money from like the promo, from like the commercials or something that be on there, because how are they making money if it's like not, like people don't pay to get on there? But you know, Tubi stepping it up. They got live TV and everything on there now. At first, I thought it was like some ghetto random network, but that's really like CBS or one of them TV stations. That's one of them bigger TV stations companies own them. Which I thought was wild. I was like, well, wait, I thought this was some ghetto Joe Blow the Fool, Joe Blow website that people was just uploading their ghetto movies to. Is it? I know it's one of them bigger companies. I knew it was one of those bigger name companies that's had that thing going. That's funny. I thought that, no, seriously, I thought it was something like Zeus. Like, I thought it was more like a Zeus network. I didn't know that. With them ghetto movies, because when I would always see people talking about Zeus, it was always those little ghetto movies or whatever. So I just thought it was like a ghetto movie station. I didn't know that they had like all the old black TV shows and all of that stuff. I didn't know they had all of that stuff on there. It is. I actually like Tubi because I feel like it depends on. I feel like it depends on what you watch, like what you click on there. Because if you click on them ghetto movies, that's you picking out them ghetto movies. That's you picking out them ghetto movies that you watching. So is that really Tubi, the app that's trash, or is it you? Because that's my thoughts on the situation. How are you saying that the app is trash when they got other stuff on there that's actually real productions? But, you know, people be picking out what they like. People be picking out what they like on there. They got some ghetto little Christmas movies on there too. But I think this is about to be... Yes, go on there because you gotta sign up so you can save your progress when you be watching shows. But they do let you watch it even if you don't have an account. So you can still watch stuff on there if you're not signed up. It's just not gonna save your progress or what episodes you stop watching it. Alright, why are these two want to be extra stuck in here? He signed everybody. Tyler Perry crazy. But Tyler Perry, what you call him? Tyler Perry's I don't know if you've seen his Maxine's Baby, his documentary. But it was really, really, really good. Like, that was a good documentary. And he had him a woman on there, child. He might have him a little girlfriend. Or he trying to act like he got one. But his documentary was real good. And you know what else I keep watching over and over is Thriller 40. You know I love Michael Jackson. I keep watching that. If I watch that one more time, I'm going to know it word for word. Alright, I done got these little nappy things on my head.